Hello everybody, Forrest Montes here. This is gonna be a test or comparing video between this Victorinox or Swiss Army knife Workchamp and this one, my EDC Ruike L51. Why these two? Because these are generally identical in length. By the way, I will shoot a video about data about that. I hope that will be much shorter. This is going to be about more test or practical use. That's better to say. But important is I can tell you a few informations about that. So you might see these are almost identical on measurements. This is 115 millimeters and this is 114 millimeters. So 114, so 1/10 of millimeter shorter, but there is the glass breaker here, which is not here, so it prolonged the knife itself. So I'm not sure if that is correct, because I think you might see this one is, thanks to that glass breaker, a bit longer. Doesn't matter about that. So they are comparable with length, they are comparable with weight. I would say this is 15 ounces lighter than this one. Even there is more tool on it, which is great. That's why I bought it. About 15 grams lighter, which is about half ounce about. And these are, out of their lines, most of bigger, or they've got simply the most of tools, set tools you can buy on those sizes, because they are, the Victorinox is that smaller knives, that about 10 centimeters, something like that. And of course there is a medium line, so shorter like these. So those are different let's say topic. I don't want to talk about it. So these are very comparable. You can't buy another Ruike, this L size, or this size 115 millimeters Victorinox with more tool than these two. So that's why I bought them. What else tools are on it? So you're gonna see it in my room. So because, as I said, but now I want to test them just compare to you, which I feel, which of them is, let's say, better about something. Important is to say, even I bought this one in discount. It was about 30% of discount on it. It was still about 10% more expensive than this one without any discount. So if you buy this one, and if you buy this one without any discount, then probably this is going to be much more expensive than this one. Much more, I would say about, okay, the price was, I'll try to remember, 100, no, about $80 this one. About $80 this one, and this one was about 90 now, but without discount it was over 100. But that's what I paid here. So you might pay something else, some different price, because you know the prices, even Switzerland is in Europe anyway. We can buy it more expensive than you in USA. So that's how it works here, unfortunately. About the construction, this one is, you feel it's more heavy, and you feel it's more like tough, maybe thanks to those screws on it, G10 scales on it. This is like the standards with Swiss Army knives, so plastic scale on it. And what's important is that one from thing is how you can carry. There is an option, so I can have it with the clip, pocket clip, which I use, and I got an option. This one, this is it. I can unscrew it. This is, by the way, thinner without that pocket clip than this one, because there is more tool on it, so it's thinner. But when I count this, there's the pocket clip. it is gonna be thicker. So if I remove it and I will set it like equal, then this one will be really heavier, still heavier, but thinner for carry. But this one is lighter, as I said, and you got an option only to carry. Where is it at? Okay, I forgot that. So you got a ring here, so you can carry it. You may carry it only in this way or without anything, just put it into your pocket or somewhere else. Simply you can have this one in your pocket with the pocket clip, which is nice thing, I guess. So this is first thing. Okay, you're gonna see this, let's say, working table. You don't see me as usually. Let's go for it. As a first, we take knives. Important is to say this is 20C27. You got here L51B Sandvik steel on it. Hope you can read that. I don't know. Hope you can read it. Let's see. With the 59, I believe, HRC, and here you got Victorinox Swiss-made whatever stainless steel they use. I think 4116, I don't know, hardened for 55, 56 max HRC with a size, or I modified the tanto here, it wasn't here, but doesn't matter now. And by the way, it's important to say this grind is mine, so this is not the original, which this one is. I guess I haven't sliced with this one anything, so this is still original edge, untouched. See the length, very comparable. So let's go for it. I'll take it. So let's start with something green. Important is to say this is more about handling, because this is different grind now. So this is about handling without any gloves. Nice and easy. I don't expect this one. This one bites in even more. Why? Because I guess this is more thicker, or sorry, this is thicker behind the edge than this one. This is more smooth angle on it. I got a, sorry, see the mosquito here? Say him hello, and let's carry on. So this is more thicker behind the blade, that's why, sorry, behind the edge, that's why it works a little bit in a different way. This is thinner, so it slices a bit better, as you might see here. This one is, on the other hand, more tough, or tougher. The same, but this is hardened, this is seasoned 1 year, so this is harder stuff. And as I said, this is about handling, how I feel, how I can handle this one. It's not about this one, because it is pocket knife, so it should use as a knife, so it should work as a knife, right? So what? What's the noise on it? There must be some crack in it. Important on this one is that I don't have any locking mechanism here, but here is that Victorinox's liner lock. So it's not important for that slicing, of course, but I can buy that LD51, and that's gonna be with a liner lock with thumb stud, so for one hand opening. So okay, see the spot here, this one, this, right? And what I feel also, this, because this is kind of squarish, right? It's thick, so I feel when I squeeze the knife, I feel this corner, it's rounded, so I feel it on my thumb. I feel it here. We'll see how it's gonna happen here. This one slices better. This one slices better, guys. It removes more material, and of course I have no any question about that, because it's because the thinness behind the edge, absolutely without any question. If I'll change that profile on that Ruike, it's gonna work the same, but on the other hand it won't be as tough and durable. I mean, it won't it will dull a bit faster. So I'm alright with that, because I know it slices pretty well, but this one slices better. I'll be honest with you. Oh, and there's another thing. Okay, that's what I think. This is thicker on a spine than this one. You might see it clearly. I'll put those details at home. So, but for the general handling, how I feel them. So when I use this one, because this one slices a bit better, I also feel this corner, I would say, which is rounded too. It's a little bit more rounded. Even it's thicker, slightly thicker without this one. So this is thicker if I don't count this one. And thanks to these grooving, it sits a little bit better, see, in my palm. So for general slicing, for cutting, I have to say yeah, I feel it a bit better, this one. And that's not because of this one. I feel the corner here, but not that much, but only for this one, only for this corner. It's a bit more squarish, so I feel it more here on the bone here. It digs exactly to my thumb. So for general use, now it's all right. But when it resists, when I have to push, then I feel a little bit more. But the difference is about, let's say, I try to count about 15%, 20%, no more. So depend how long I need that. So that will be a companion for any bigger chopper, when you can chop to the general basic design and then just use the knife to like finish the job, like to do this one. Then probably you won't realize. But in long term, I rather use this one for the slicing than this one. Okay, so okay, this is about knife. I can't say anything, just as what I said. I may lock it. Okay, no, I know what I wanted. Let's try use. Oh, there's this interesting thing is, normally the liner lock works like we press it on that way and we lock it. This one works on the other side, so I have to lift it up. So I have to do it in this way. So move the lock on that side, which unlocks the blade. There is the stop position, and then it closes. So it's a little bit weird. So if you buy this one, if you buy that version with the liner lock, it works that natural way. So you can use it, manage it in with one finger simply. Here it's kind of difficult, but there is the lock. I have to say again, I didn't want to have the lock there. Otherwise, I'll buy that second version. That's important thing. So I don't count it as a plus on this model at the moment, because I can't buy it with the lock. Okay, now the saw. Why? Because it will work. It will show us something else. So the saw, it should be somewhere here. I guess this is the saw. Yep. And I got the saw here. See, it's been used. They're pretty same length, right? And only another mosquito. Okay, sorry guys, sorry guys. See the bastard? Thank you. That's one from that, another test. But what I want to say only, there's different end of the saw. This one and this one. On the other tools are these like hooks, because when you open it, you may grab it. Like, for example, where is that? This one. There is a file here, so I can grab it. See that? That's why it's there. So let's do this one, and okay, I will do more. We'll do 20 cuts on this dried hardwood. I want to use that blades for carving, but okay, I started with that Ruike, so I will start it here. I will do, let's say, there is no any knot, as I may see. I will do 20 strokes. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, 20. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20. Yeah, I guess, especially from this side, sorry, especially from this side, if you see that, these are comparable. It's the same deepness. If there is any difference, then not really big one. What's important, this one works a bit light. I don't have to. I don't know, maybe because it's over 1 year old and I've been using this saw, so it works. When I grab it, just naturally, it works a bit better way. I mean, the movement is more free than this one. Maybe it's because the grinding, it bites more in, maybe. Well, I don't know. Okay, I'll try this one. I'll go through. 18. There is an angle. I can't see that. That's what I think. I'm fighting with that. I don't know what's there. $17, $18, $19, $20. So it talks. I think three strikes more. But what's more, that you've seen how I fought with that. I don't know why. Is that only on the fresh stuff? Okay, I'll take. There's another piece of So see that? Yes, there is definitely some difference between the grinding, between those teeth, which goes, this is maybe more wider, it goes more to the V shape, I don't know how we call it, somebody told me already years ago, I forget that. So without the leg it's more hard, and you see I haven't used the leg on this one, and it works more easy. So I don't know why. These are not the same guys. Here you might see even this one. See the saw here. So the saw goes. I mean, there is removing of material here. So this part isn't that wide or as wide as this one is here. See that? Not really much, but maybe it helps when I do the saw movements. It won't flex on this area that much like on this one. Even it seems sturdy. It's not flexing like this one. Seems to be flexing even more than this one, but still for use this one is better. That surprised me a little bit. I expected different way. Okay, what I want to try is when we do the triggers, just with the knife and the saw. Okay. So this is why I added the tanto there, for these nice finishes. This is the way, which with the rounded blade is hard to do. There are mosquitoes always and everywhere around me, guys. I like it really. So this is one thing. Okay, let's do it with that. Victorinox, is there anything? No. On this one it was alright, no any problems. This is probably too soft for it. And let's finish this one. This is wider than this one, so probably I have no problem with this, but when I have to finish those corners and I use the belly, then it's uneven, so I have to always use that standard blade. I mean this portion of the blade. Yeah, but otherwise it's alright, it's alright. I like the tantos for this cornering, which this one is not that good, is not as good as that one, right? But for general slicing, this blade works nicely, absolutely no any problems. It slices pretty nice, so I'll call it even. Only okay, that's probably about that. I'm looking here, I might see some damaging on it. As I said, I haven't used it. It's for the very first time. Have a look. Maybe you see somewhere here some shiny spots, a bit shiny spots. I don't know. I'll try to move it, but there are some. I don't know how it's possible. This is still, as I said, this is original edge. Okay. Then weird process. Now let's go to a different tool. As a general, conclusion, a saw, what to work with the saw, I call the Ruike is a little bit better. I don't know why, but it's still better. Not really, it cuts better, but it for the pulling. So when I have to use the movements on the Ruike, it works simply better. There is no any like this one won't cut as good as this one. That's why I pull it more easy. They work pretty same, but this one is more easy to handle simply. As a cutting, this one, probably thanks to the thickness behind the edge, for the general slicing, this one is better. And for long-term slicing, I'm not talking about the edge like this one, but for the handling, as I said, thanks to this grooving, it's like palm swell, as we might see here. So this is better handling for long-term slicing, especially for harder materials than this one. Thanks to this, this corner for that squeezing. It might go off with a thinner blade. So if you buy the LD or L40, so where's the one less that level without one set of tool, which will be thinner, then it might go off. But same, this one could be even better handling because there are knives with less tool than this one is. Okay, so that's about the knife. The most bigger thing, or most important tool on it, because that's why we want it, are those pliers. Let's call it pliers, but I'll be honest with you, what I did only, I removed some really tiny small spot, something if I have to pull something out of it, something off, because this is not really tool for do any heavy task. Even to pull out tiny small nails, but nailed really down, so it will be hard to just pull it. If pull it with that, it will be the best way is only grab it from the top and try to pull them off. Otherwise, when we do any prying, we may damage the knife because it's not made for it. What's important here is we got this V shape, and we got it here. So which is, I believe, for I got wire here. So for some kind of wire stripping. So if I'll cut this insulation off, so I might grab it here and pull it off, or I can do it with those pliers, or I can press something together. If I want to press something together like this one, both of them can do it. I'm not skilled with that. I haven't used that any. This is my first time I do it. So this is for, that's what I understand what for it is. The very different thing on these are, have a look how this moves. So these stays straight, but these moves just down. See that? How they change the angle. So it's a bit weird, but when you got used to, then it's everything's fine. So the jaws, see there is a bit more wide opening here on these than on these. These are more closed. Okay, for some small screws, okay, it will work. It seems to me, I'm not sure, that we might even tie these up, but we can't do it on these. This is a rivet, but I don't care. This is not any problem. What I found is, and I've used it, that's important thing, and that's tool which is not on the Victorinox, is cutting. You may cut something like this one, and I've tried, and I've used it for wire about that thickness, but it was full of metal, so there was no any insulation. It wasn't hard, but I did it, no, not many times, but definitely more than, let's say, 5 times, and it doesn't look like those jaws like dirt or something like that. They are still the same. So I guess this is all right addition, which is not on these. You can't do it on these, but there is another thing, and that is the loading, spring loading. So we got this one, the spring, standard spring, which is normal for a Victorinox, but this may go this one may go weak after time. Many guys says that, but this one probably not. So this is better for this loading, I would say. So that's why I call these better. There's one tool more. I can break wire, thin wire, but still, and I got better this spring loading mechanism than on these. I've used them, as I said, to remove something like this one, and it works. So I'm fine more with these. Otherwise, I can't see any differences. What is it there? Okay, I'll start with these. Screwdriver. Big screwdriver here. So you might see here, this one is a bit wider. So it's better for really wide standard screws. This one is not. These should be another wire strippers, as I remember. These two holes there. We've got these uninsulated, tool for uninsulation. I'll say that. Both here. We can open bottles. Okay, why not? What's important, I use, and this one is slightly longer, not only bigger, wider, but slightly longer. I was using this one, so I still use this one. I've got at work a couple of flowers I'm planting in that, I don't know how we call it, so that thing when you plant your flowers, and because there is lots of sunshine, so the ground dries, so I want to put more air into it, so I use it as a digging tool to go around that, which is great, because let's say it's that thing is like this one, about diameter, let's say 20 centimeters, so it's all right. So and then when I put the water on it, so the water sinks more deep, much faster than when it's really dry. So that's another way how I use that. It's really, I haven't seen that before, but to do it someone else, but you know, sometimes we do these things. We've got the seatbelt cutter. So I've added this one, so for feathers it works. So seatbelt cutter and small screwdriver. What I haven't said is there is a liner lock even for the screwdriver. So even for the screwdriver there is a liner lock, which is interesting. On the opposite side, where I got a seatbelt cutter, we got the can opener, pretty sharp, with that another small screwdriver, which looks much better for using than this one. Is kind of roundish, that thing, but I haven't used it yet, if I remember properly. I guess there is no can opener on the Ruike. There is no can opener, as I remember. There is no. I haven't used it anyway, but there is not. Here it is. So you can open that one. Now, what I haven't said is we've got screwdrivers here. Okay, I'll open them. 2 screwdrivers hidden under those pliers and scissors. Same as here, under those pliers, there is a Phillips screwdriver. Sorry, I haven't said that. Phillips screwdriver. and under this one, under scissors, there is a reamer, so we go to it a little bit later. So we've got two screwdrivers, not only with two lengths but two wideness. That's important thing. So I will do it in this way. I'll try to. So you might see what for I use them. Of course, if I'm at work and these things, that's of course for what normally. But sometimes if you are outside, you got a Kydex sheath, you got your attaching thing, you might use those. This Phillips goes into it pretty nice. This one moves in it, so I have to grab it. Yeah, and then it goes here. This one was all right. So what about this one? So I'll try this. This is probably yeah, this one, guys, goes there even better. Yeah, I feel that nice. This one sits there even better. Another mosquito, see? Oh, guys, unfortunately so many knives got scales. This is the Tops knife, scales with Torxes and these things, so we don't have any that kind of screwdrivers for these tools. But anyway, this is smaller. I don't have anything what to use this small, but I guess it's, for me, it's a really good choice. Some of my knives, like for example Emerson knife used for scales, these Phillipses. This one looks like that. I could tie it up, so maybe yes, maybe not. I'm not sure. But anyway, I've got two sizes of Phillips, and I guess both of them works great. Both of them work great, and I'm glad for it. So there is one layer that's important. There is one layer of tool more on this one than on this one. That's important thing. And the layer is there. Okay, I go to the reamer now. You might see my whole video about reamers on knives. So there is the reamers, and it is on the back side, which here on this one it sits under under scissors, under the scissors here. So I have to open it really carefully because it's really sharp, guys. So it sits there, and now it's kind of like protected. There is no locking mechanism, but anyway, I got those scissors there. So if this one wanna lock, it stops on the scissors. Otherwise, I'll be really beaten because this is sharp. So I'll put this one aside. So reamers, what I haven't find. So okay, I'll show you one thing. You might see this one, the video about this one. First time I used a reamer to start the fire when the ferrule. This one won't work really, as you might see there. And this one, you might use it as a real edge, and it works nicely for it. So, and it's really sharp, guys. This is really sharp. This is not a toy. In general, okay, I'll do this one here because we are here. I will do the Ruike 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty nice deep hole. And this one is kind of hell to use, and it's always dangerous. One, it's weird to use. Two, that's the thing. Three, it locks. So my recommendation is don't pull on that much, because when you turn it, it changes angle anyway. So it's hard to keep it when it should be. 5, I believe. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can't compare these this is really basic tool, only for piercing. I say, okay, if I want to pierce some leather for some repairing of clothes or these things, so okay, that it is there, okay, I got it option, but to work with it, it's kind of dangerous, and you can't compare it in comfortable, because this one works like a screwdriver, and you got more options on it. So you might see on that, so you can unscrew, unstrip another wire. You got a hole here, so you can put through some cordage through that what you piercing through. And this is for, as I said, okay, it doesn't matter on bikes when you want to tie those needles on your bicycle. So this is for that. This is for those female screws. When you use it, then you might tie it or untie it. Anyway, as a reamer, this is uncomparable better than this one. This is only there, okay, it's another tool, but this one is on the position, on the position of this one is another Phillips screwdriver. So I got this one, much better reamer, but I got here another Phillips screwdriver instead, and I got the all here for, okay, it's there. So it's important to know what we need. If you want to see more about those reamers and awls, please have a look. 2 weeks ago I posted a video about 5 different reamers. What I want to show you, and I haven't shown it before I'll take this one off, is how we can strike furrow with the back. So with the back of the saw, most of those saws, these works pretty well on it. I guess this one will be no exception. Where is it? Yeah, it's a little bit sunk in deepness, so in deep. Perfect. Maybe even slightly better than this one. What I feel, only this one looks much faster, yeah, than this one. This one, there is really nice tension, so I always, when I strike furrow, I keep that thumb on it and I press it there to get more, like, not only for the pressing but for the secure when this one want to move. And I feel a little bit unsafe on this one, but on the other hand, this one I feel removes a bit more material, so this one is a bit better for it, but I have to be careful because this one is really easy to close. Okay, enough of this. The scissors, okay, I will do it probably in my room because I don't have anything to go through with it, because this is more outdoor test. But anyway, Victorinox scissors are very known, they are very functional, and I guess for standard materials these will be better than these. What I've tried with the Victorinox, the Pharma X, so those scissors work pretty well. I guess these will be the same, and these are a bit more harder. So when I use that paper, hard paper, and thin leather, these gonna work probably better for the paper, and for the leather these will be better for it. I'm not sure. Same thing here, we got a spring loading system, same as Victorinox. Again, you can buy new spring here, but I guess this is much better. This is much better. Again, for durability, these are better in that way, same as those pliers. So those are that. Is there anything? No, probably no. Okay, I got this. Of course, I want to test this one. I haven't used it in my whole life. This one. It doesn't mean we don't drink wine sometimes, but we got normal standard bottle opener, so we got it here. And we got this one. Okay, nice added tool, which is I believe for glasses. So you might your glasses screws, which is not there. Important here is we've got tweezers here, Victorinox tweezers, and tweezers on that Ruike, which I've used a couple of times. See the different size, you know, Ruike, Victorinox. You can buy new one. These are very nice. These are more, you know, when you squeeze, they are more resisting than these. And I've removed with these maybe 8, maybe 10 thicks without any problem. So I like the tools. That's why you might see it's dark. It's from that fire. When I took the tick off, I take my lighter and I say them hello. This is a bit softer, but okay, it's there. It's there. I call these better than these, but these are really tougher. You feel tougher anyway. That's okay. I'll put in the conclusion there. But anyway, you are there, and these definitely will work. And I guess you might buy new one again. I don't think you can buy these. On the opposite side, we got that how is it, a tooth picker? I guess like that. So that's something I don't have here, but that is not something I really miss because I can make it from any piece of wood outside. But anyway, it's there. That's it, I believe. Oh, I forget that. One tool which is here and not here is this glass breaker. If you need it, okay, I don't know. To break, destroys not only glass but something, I don't know, coconut or something like that, is okay, because with this one it's not gonna be the good idea. You might move the scales or something like this one. This is, see that, even okay in self-defense. To hit someone in the face or to a hand, to fist with this one will be not something what people like. I forget that. The last tool, what is the difference here, is the file. File is the tool, and this one more tool which is not here, and it's here from the main tools. So different. We've got some really fine file, a bit raw, and we got the side. Of course there is nothing on the opposite side, but I call it definitely a bonus. Why? If I said, if I am outside and I need to, okay, I can use it for my nails, okay, why not? But if I just can take off some after sharpening machetes, those, I forget how you call it, so these burrs on the side, so we can remove them with that fine file, or eventually we might sharpen any, I guess any of that carbon steel machetes, knives, and these things we can sharpen with these, which is not really, I don't think it's made for that, of course, but if needed, then okay, we got a tool immediately. So that's important thing, I guess. So this is one tool which I miss on this one, but that's why there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you see, there are 2 tools on this level. So there is the saw, and on the side are those scissors. These both tools sit in that one like level, so that's why it's there. I like to have the file on this one, but I understand that it will be much thicker than it is and heavier, but after that I can't imagine what else I can do. I have to point, there is the medium size of these Ruike sets, and there are 6 layers, they call it M60 something, and there is a file on it. So on the short version, it has about, I guess, 100 millimeters or 10 centimeters length. So it's kind of standard Victorinox. They were 96, so there's really minor differences. There are minor differences only there. So about these now, after the tests without those scissors, which one I do like more? This one screams, I'm tougher, I'm tougher. When you got it in your hands, like, well, you feel that. You feel the weight. G10 handles, you know what the steel is there, and it's much better quality than on the knife steel. Not talking about the grinding and these things, but in general, better materials, tough, more tough build, or how to say that. If this one will be, let's say in the Alox version, where this one will be how they put there, not nice, riveted there into that, or even screwed there like this one, that will be better. Probably it will be tougher, but this knife is from that I guess from the time where Victorinox tries to add more things, more tools, and they were thinking what to put there and these things. So that's why they built, I guess that's why they built this Workchamp, because you got mostly everything you need there. 2 Phillipses, two flats, can openers, bottle openers, saw, scissors, knife, of course, knife, you know, Victorinox, and the file, pliers, tweezers, you know, what else you want on it, and it's still packable. It's not that huge, because as I said, I carry this one as EDC, and it's all right. It's really all right, at least for me. For someone, you know, okay, but I usually use my cargo pants and these at work, and normally I like to use it, and I don't have any problem. And again, I may use that pocket on a belt and put it there, and that will be again absolutely fine. So an additional, this is like end of that end of that tools, when you think, okay, do I need more knife? So knife and some kind of pliers, if something, you know, these things, or I don't need that much knife, I need the pliers, and if there is a knife, it's a nice additional tool. And there are another tools, of course, on those like Leathermans, or of course the Swiss tools, you know, but I'm talking now about more pliers and some tool. I'm talking about knife and some tool. And that's I think these 2 knives are like end of that chain of evolution, because I don't think there is another kind of that knife on the world at the moment. I don't think so. With the smaller version, of course, there are on that Ruike, as I said, definitely on the Swiss. I know there are Swiss tools that those thicker ones, but there are, you know, I guess that sometimes too much is simply too much. On that 6th level, where there will be 6th level on the medium size, maybe I'm gonna buy just to try. We'll see with the 1 level, but because it's short, 100 millimeters, so it will be short like that one, so it won't weight more. I guess it won't, with the 1 tool more, everything will be shorter. It's gonna weight less than this one. So for someone even more packable, because of course we may buy the Victorinoxes, that standard version, standard length, about, as I said, 96 millimeters. I guess it's that. With those many and different tools, then Victorinox with the tool choosing is definitely the king at the moment because of that. But still, about the building, how tough is that with the materials are there. The medium size, have a look on it, the Ruike, the medium M, you may find something you like. There is Becker version of these. I guess that 100 millimeters, the M size. I don't think they got this L versions. They look pretty same, and I guess they are made on the same line in China. This is made in China, so because they look pretty much same, and they got the same steel on knives and everything. So I haven't buy them, and I don't have any intention to go for it. I'm glad with the Ruike. I'm glad with this. That's important. I'm glad I bought this one. This is not something I said, okay, I missed that. I like this one only, and this is crap. No, this is a really nice tool, and I'm thinking where I put this one, and I add it to my collection, because this is really, and I think it's discounted, and if I'm not sure if they will produce it again, because you know they go now to knife without knife, which is crazy for me. So if you want, if you like some kind of knife and tool around it, you, in my eyes, you can't miss with these two. Thank you very much. Have a great time. Bye.